Hey, what's going on, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. All right. So, this will be a therapy session. Oh my goodness, this is what we doing. Last couple therapy sessions I've made, and I have a little smirk on my face, but it is I'm not having fun. These conversations have been very serious because they have racial undertones. They will provide a lot of tense conversation and things of that nature. But the reason why I speak on these things, for one, is a timepiece, just to see the timing of different things, which is something I like to point out. And two, it allows me to get out my current opinions or thoughts on a circumstance, which can tend to change or fluctuate. And it's good to know where you stood or where you stand in various moments at a time when certain things happen. So as of late, I've been chiming in on various topics, and they keep coming back to back to back to back to back. And I've just been finding myself not having a good time. You know what I mean? Just talking about these things, but I talk about them because I feel like my voice can be used and my perspective can be constructive. So I just gotta, go in and just trust that everything else will find its way around the situation as it should. Once I open my mouth, let it be. That's basically what I tell myself. So what we're talking about is the lady who was caught on recording saying some things. Los Angeles City Council lady Nuri Martinez, who has since resigned, I believe. I think she's no longer that. But she's located in Koreatown. Koreatown's an area that I'm somewhat familiar with, as I've told you guys a couple times about my time in Los Angeles. One of my most recent jobs I had me floating through the Koreatown area every day, and a couple of my friends that I worked with are from Koreatown, so it's that kind of thing. But this lady was basically caught on camera saying a bunch of racist stuff, man. Saying racist things about black kids, racist thing about and I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Ox, certain Oaxacan. I don't know how to pronounce it. Please forgive me, no disrespect in any way. But she was making fun of a certain type of person, certain type of Mexican heritage person that could be racially mixed with Korean. So Oaxacan Korean children. She was making fun of them, or belittling them, or speaking down upon their heritage and upon them. It's one. First of all, we all got to be very, very aware of something called a hot mic before we get into anything. If you work as a city council person, if you work as a media member, maybe you're a public figure of some sort, hot mics exist, man. Sometimes your innermost thoughts should be kept on the inside, even when the camera's off, even when it's a break time between productions, even when you don't know that anybody around would be willing to share your innermost or record you. Some stuff, especially when you know your opinions are going to offend some, even if you think those people aren't in the room, you need to be aware of the era we're in, where exposing people is just something that people think is right to do. Exposing you for being a bad guy is morally something that people are wrestling with every day. And if you say certain things around certain people, they will use those things against you. Karma is real, whether you believe it or not. I know a lot of people don't believe in karma. I'm living proof in a million different ways. Karma is kicking my butt and has taught me a lesson through others. You do certain things come back to you on time. And so you put out bad energy, it's coming back to you. And that goes with this as well. You putting out racist energy, you think you can talk comfortably around your friends about stuff that you know doesn't have the spirit of love attached to it, as in regards to people you do not know. Yeah, that energy is going to be met with a certain level of disloyalty. You're not going to have nobody hold you down. They're going to expose you to the world. And that's exactly what happened to this Nuri lady and the people she was talking with, who were also kind of speaking freely. She was disrespectful in her tone and what she was saying. They were more so speaking freely and just exposing just how wicked they are in nature when handling people. just in period. They're wicked in nature. And politics and the rawness of politics behind the scenes. We know right? We know that people can be people, you know. At the end of the day, people have racist thoughts, all different types of evil thoughts, hateful thoughts, whatever. What we don't want is to vote the people who have those ideas in position to govern all of us. Because when we do that, we often find ourselves with disadvantages and imbalances, and things go wrong, corruption, all kinds of different stuff can be birthed from that. Obviously, we need people who are, at least understand the people, who have a fullness of being able to behold what it is to be the people. And see, that's another thing. A lot of people want to control the people, but they don't even know what they're looking at when they see the people. They have certain positions on people that aren't wise. Let's just be honest. Some people don't have the view to be in charge. They just have the ambition to drive themselves to the top. They don't have the wisdom from which to govern. So when they get on into these rooms with these people, their ignorance and their mistakes is on display. Excuse me. The things that they are doing that's going to lead them into the wall that they're running into is what you're going to see when they get into these positions. And that's exactly what happened. All of the hatred that lady had in her heart, all of that evil that poured into her, and all of that horrible energy, it was coming for her. It was coming for her. And the people in that room who were going to be doing business with her were going to be hit by the same truck that was going to be running her over. And this is exactly what I was alluding to in the video that I made previously, when I said to all the people who harbor racist energy and all of that, I believe it's time for you need prayer now. I said that at the end of my last video. I said that those who are racist and unapologetic in nature need prayer now, because I believe something is coming for you. That's exactly what I said. And sure enough, a couple hours later, we see something like this, and this is what I was talking about. Something is coming for you. It's a truck coming to hit y'all. And it's karma. Why? Because we cannot go forward the same way we used to be. Racism, villages not loving the children they're supposed to be raising. This type of stuff ain't gonna be going into the future. We're not going forward with this. Why? Because the space where racism could exist no longer is. When everyone has a camera in their hand and everybody's looking to cancel everybody and everybody's looking for imbalances in value and things of that nature, racism cannot exist. We're always looking for imbalances. We're always looking for some corruption. We're always looking for somebody who's doing something that ain't right. And you are living that life. So when you find yourself nestled in these positions to get exposed, damn it, you're going to be seen. It's that simple. You can't hide anymore. The racist energy, the spirit of racism, could only exist when people do not communicate with one another well enough to understand that such things is not something they should believe in anymore. Racism don't harbor no truth. You can't tell who's who through skin. So you never know actually who your allies are. The wisdom will break down when you align yourself with people for reasons such as skin. And distance yourself from people for reasons such as skin. It does not work. Especially in a world where everybody's communicating. So now, this is what I'm saying to you. More of this is going to happen. People like this are going to be exposed. People like this are going to be seen. And people are going to be demonstrating outside of their homes, just like we saw happen to Nurit Martinez today. There were people outside of her home blasting her words for their entire neighborhood that she lives in to hear aloud, as if it isn't being blasted all over the internet. Whatever that lady's energy was in regards to the people that she hated, she's getting all that back. All of it. Every bit of the evil that she's harbored in her body for people her entire life is coming back to her in one flurry. Do you understand that, guys? That's exactly what's happening to her. It's exactly what's happening to you. All of that evil. All of it. It's rushing back at her. And the people she loves being hit by it. All the non-racist people that she loves and are associated with her are being hit by that. All of her associates, the people that she did business with in other areas, whatever, being hit by that. Old high school buddies that think they knew her, people that call her friend, they're all being hit by that. You understand what I'm saying? That racism ruined her life. All it ever did was help define what it is that she saw in the people around her, and what did that energy ultimately do to her spirit. crushed her dreams. Everything she's trying to do, everything she ever wanted, it was destroyed by her racist feelings. Feelings that were likely handed to her by racist people, by a traumatic event that may have taken place by the people that she hates. Now she don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Now she don't have no heart for people that look a certain way because something happened to her and she couldn't forgive it. She didn't get healing for it. Whatever makes a person hateful. This is why you fight that hate within. This is why you don't just roll over on the other side of the bed and go to sleep on it, because this is what's coming for you if you don't destroy it yourself. So when I ask certain questions and may come off ignorant, you better believe I'm not trying to be that. I ain't trying to be that, because that come with something. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the energy that I want people to understand when I speak in these cameras. If I say something offensive, understand that the energy I'm hoping to receive with my words is the opposite of that truck that's coming for the races. So when I pray and I say, Lord, did I offend somebody with my words? Or Lord, did I say something that was wrong? Or Lord, did I lead somebody in the wrong direction? Did I send somebody in the direction that may send them in the direction or something that shouldn't be? I think about those things. I think about it when I say it. Even if I walk away knowing that I've sent the right message out from within, I still wonder if it's going to be received the right way. Just because I know of this so-called truck that could be coming for me. I'm trying to keep you guys aware of what it is that I see there. That's why I speak the way that I do. That's why I mess with my own energy in regards to exposing myself to these topics and speaking about it. It's because I know that a lot of people who harbor that energy, that hate, that racism, what they don't understand is that its only purpose is to destroy everything. Not just the people they hate, and not just them. You gotta be able to accept that it is there to hurt you, but that ain't the only thing it's there to hurt. See, you gotta come to that conclusion first. A lot of people think the racism is there to protect them. They think the racism, the hate is there to help them identify the threats around them. No, family. That demon inside of you is your biggest threat. It's the thing that's gonna destroy you, not the people that you hate. Look at the wisdom of what I'm saying. Look what happened to Miss Martinez. I'm sure she thought somewhere in her brain that she's assessing all these different evil things that she sees in the colors of skin and people and children, all these different things that she's surmising are horrible. In all of that, the only thing that was actually coming to hurt her was her very own hatred for those people. That was the only real threat. She was none the wiser. Now, if I could have came to her about a week and a half ago, or someone, whoever she would be willing to listen to, and provide her the chance to understand what the future held, and give her an opportunity to understand where her racism was actually leading, maybe she would have taken a different approach. Had the 2020, the hindsight actually been there. Like, look, those racist thoughts, all them racist thoughts you've been allowing yourself to be comfortably have in your heart, yeah, that's going to lead to your destruction, your embarrassment. That's what it's leading to, ma'am. She didn't have nobody coming to her telling her that. I think that's why I turned on the camera, so that you will. Because far too many times do people not learn these lessons in the lives of others. We see them go through it and then we make those mistakes ourselves. But someone needs to help illustrate exactly what it is there is to see. That's what there is to see. Your hate hurts you. And the people you love and the business adventures you're a part of and everything else. Because that's all hate does. It's an eraser. That's what it does. It gets rid of stuff. So if things don't need to be gotten rid of, hatred does not need to be applied to it. Children don't need hatred. They don't. They need guidance. If you were handed hatred as a child, you were given the wrong thing. And if you were told it was love, does it lead to anything that builds anything, or does it destroy? Does it lead to a positive karma when you express it, or does it expose you? If you're ashamed of the feeling, or if you know you got to protect against it, for otherwise it will get you canceled or something like that, maybe it's best to question that feeling. Question it. Should I harbor it? Do I need it? Because I'm telling you, that racism, you don't need that. Even if it's something you believe is best for you, you better look at who else is harboring it and look at what's happening to them. It's running them over, man. It's running them over. She's not the first, and I'm certain she will not be the last. What I'm also certain of is this is the third story that has triggered us into a conversation about racism, and I do think that the clock, as I've been telling you guys, is very, very interesting in regards to this. Here we are, third story in a couple of days, where I'm coming here telling you something deep about racism and how it shouldn't be that Kanye West put the shirt on, and now Kanye West on this other thing because he said this about the Jews, and now this situation with this lady being reported this way, and that. What's next? They're pushing the button on all of our emotions. They're trying to get us riled up about something. What is it? Time to vote on something? Is there some type of election coming up? It's time to vote, right? Because it seems like they're pushing the racism button. They're trying to get us riled up about our skin color and the differences within one another. Where was this 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and 7? Because it was quiet for that. Was it not? It was quiet for that. Now all of a sudden we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stories all up and down. Sports, politics, music. It's all racism. Pay attention to racism, everybody. Feel your feelings now. What time is it? Yes, it is 6 o'clock. So from 6 to 7, you're going to feel the feeling of racism. After that, then we'll focus on something else. That's your schedule, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we talk. We can have both conversations at the same time. We can deal with the problem, and we can deal with the people who are providing us the problem right now. Because there are two problems. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the issue, because the issue's there. It's the issue that the issue is being provided to us at this moment. By whom? That's the question. Why? Why now? Why this again right now? Why not something else? Why are we not harboring around a different group? Why is it black again? They're pulsing this at us every 16 months. Black Lives Matter now again. Focus, y'all. Focus. Get back on it. Black Lives Matter now. Until 6:30, then we'll get off of it. And then about 8:45, Black Lives will matter again. Trust me, we own that. We own that hard. If you're not a part of that, you're not in the loop, and you're being rude. Until 9:45, then we stop. I'm telling you, this is how it's working. Obviously, not as simple as an hour here and there. No, it's more like a month, a year, 2 years. That's how it's pulsing out, but it's still a rhythm. If you're paying attention, it's a pulsing of concern. Yeah, but the pause is definite. No Black Lives Matter, nothing to talk about, nobody's being racist, nobody's getting killed in the street for us to see by the cops, none of that. It's not happening right now. It's quiet for that right now. A mob robbery, none of those stories. You ain't got nobody busting in somebody's house, shooting them while they sleep or while they eating ice cream. None of that's happening right now. It's quiet for all that. I need time for that. Wait, maybe around 10:30, and we'll be ready for that again. They are not low. We see you. Minds like me, we see you. We know you here. That's why we talk. Like, we do have the issue. The issue's there. We got to deal with our racism. It's why you're able to push this button and activate us, because we haven't dealt with the problem. Once we deal with the problem, that button won't work anymore. You got to find something else to push. Anyway, protect your spirit, man. Protect your spirit. My favorite guy, Kyrie Irving, posted something a couple days ago. Said that we need to disconnect. A lot of this stuff that we own ain't about God. It's not connecting to God. It's not for God at all. It's about man. It's about the timing of this and that and the third. And I know it. I know it. That's why I'm paying attention and I'm speaking the way I am, because I want people to know that exact fact. That exact fact. That none of this is godly. None of this is of him. This is man's agenda. That's what I'm telling you. This is man's agenda. Somebody is like, yep, 10:45, time to get them going about the racism again. That is happening. There's someone thinking this crap up no different than I'm thinking up the words coming out of my mouth. That's what I believe. And so, yes, we do need to disconnect. We got to. The common man and woman need to find times to create your own pulsing of the information that they provide you. Don't go by their rhythm. It ain't 6:45 by your clock. When you ready for their nonsense, pick up the clock and pick up your phone or whatever. Take your own rhythm back from them. That's what I'm doing. I'm not reacting to this crap the way you want me to. I'll be outraged about my history and my identity as a black person when I'm ready. When I say the clock says it's time for that. Not when you activate it and tell me by way of all kinds of random demonstrations that it's time to get going. Now, I'm not activating because you got me activated, homie. No. You don't move me, God moves me. Which is why I speak against you. So, there's that. There is that. We will liberate minds. We will do that. My name is BDF 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.